Hi, this is Brian. Welcome back to the Optimal Living 101 Masterclass series. Today I'm thrilled to be chatting about Antifragile 101, how to use everything as fuel for your heroic growth. As always, we've got 10 big ideas. Let's jump in and then we'll go deep. All right, what's a little different this time is you're going to see me reading my notes. Usually we edit this with our animated images. Our designer happens to be on a long vacation, so Antifragile style, we're going to roll with it. So here we go. Top 10 big ideas. The first big idea is fragile versus robust versus anti-fragile. We've talked about the idea of antifragility quite a bit in different classes, but I want to go deep here. We'll start with an overview of what those three concepts are all about. The second big idea, challenge versus threat. Psychologists echo this wisdom. They say that it's how you look at something, it's how you perceive whatever's happening to you in your life that determines how you physiologically and psychologically respond to it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about true confidence, and we will talk about the fact that you've got this. The third big idea is emotional stamina. Emotional stamina. This is an idea, or a phrase I should say, that I picked up from Phil Stutz. I've been working with Phil, the author of The Tools, and we'll talk about how important emotional stamina is, what it is, and how to cultivate yours when things go a little sideways. The fourth big idea is victim versus hero. Moment to moment to moment, we are either choosing to be a victim or we are choosing to be a hero. We want to practice with the little things so when the big things happen, we're ready. The fifth big idea is the number one tool, in my experience, to cultivate our anti-fragility. This is Phil Stutz again. Bring it on. Your infinite potential exists on the other side of your fear, on the other side of your pain. Therefore, we want to reverse our desire and get excited about whatever is challenging us. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. All right, our sixth big idea is barbells and infinite optionality. So these are a couple of ideas from Nassim Taleb's great book, Antifragile, which is where I got this phrase and what we'll talk about in the first big idea. But he says that when you're looking at becoming antifragile, whether you are a government or a corporation or an individual, you want to think about a few different things. One of them is what he calls his barbell strategy, and another is to have options. If you don't have options, you're fragile. We want to create options. We want to create infinite options. We'll talk about that. The seventh big idea, spinny fingers, simplifying the battlefield, and Mr. Mo via micro wins. We're going to talk about spinning yourself around, and you have two options when you spin yourself around and you get dizzy. We'll share those. One of them brings you back to equanimity a lot faster than the other. Then we want to simplify, and then we want to create that momentum via small wins. Number 8, Apollo, the patron god of philosophy, either wins or he learns. We win or we learn. We're going to talk about the 3 questions that Lanny Basham, Olympic gold medalist, tells us we need to think about after a performance, especially one that didn't go the way we want to if we want to be anti-fragile. 3 questions. The 9th big idea is common humanity and scars equals medals. First thing we need to remember, again, is this isn't about shame. When something doesn't go the way you want, know that everyone feels some disappointment. It's not because it's you, it's because you're human. And then we want to wear our scars like medals. It's a Paulo Coelho line. We'll talk about the growth mindset vis-a-vis fixed mindset here, and the fact that Michael Jordan is the penultimate perfect embodiment of this idea of wearing your scars like medals. Then the 10th big idea is our OMS mantra, obstacles makes me stronger, plus gritty boxer, plus PTG, post-traumatic growth. Versus post-traumatic stress disorder, there's actually a whole nother thing called adversarial growth, where you use challenges as an opportunity to get better, not get crushed, but to get stronger. That is a quick look at the 10. Now let's jump in.